1, 2, 3. Me. What? What are you looking at? This is what YouTubers do. This is what they do to get prepared for a video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Ezekiel Kennedy. Welcome back to another video. And today we're gonna make another tier list. Now I already made a tier list, an AGR tier list. You guys seem to enjoy that one, so I thought why not make another one? Now today's tier list is gonna be a Nicktoons tier list. We all grew up on Nicktoons. I mean, it was like Nickelodeon, but Nicktoons is Nicktoons, This is honestly my opinion. If you guys do not agree with me, that is fine. Like always, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, and let's get this video started. Wow, look at all these cartoons, yo. Look at all these cartoons. Some of these cartoons I grew up on. Some of them I don't even know what the heck they are. I'm really excited to do this, but I'm also very, very scared because I don't know how you guys will feel about my opinion. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this, alright? Alright, let's get on with this, man. Okay, to be honest with you guys, I'm very familiar with the Wild Thorn Berries. I just never have seen the show. Alright, look. I'm sorry of those who've seen the series, but me personally, I've never seen it. I don't know what it's about. Honestly, I've only seen that crossover with the Rugrats. Rugrats Go Wild. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is one of the OG Nickelodeon shows, but I've never seen this. Not even a rerun. I didn't even watch this at all. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to put it in never watched. Come on, y'all, it's SpongeBob. It's one of the most iconic cartoons of all time now. I mean, to be honest, the first few seasons were okay, but then as it kept going on, it started going a little bit, low for me. So I would honestly put this on a decent alright. Like, it's not the best thing ever made, but it's a childhood classic. Come on now, you can't get mad at me for that. But at the same time, it kind of has its flaws, because it's been going on for a long time. Like, just end the series, and you had to make 2 crappy spin-offs. You guys get what I'm trying to say about SpongeBob. Guys, I am so sorry, but I have no idea what rocket power is. Please tell me what this is. I have never heard of this. I know I'm so uncultured today. We don't talk about this. I've heard of As Told by Ginger. Well, specifically, I've seen, the character of Ginger, but I've just never seen the series. I don't know what it's about. I don't know nothing about it. But what I do know is that they have the same creators from Rugrats. That's something that I do know. So yeah, the creators of Rugrats, they worked on the show because the animation, they look very, very ugly. So my dearest apologies for those who grew up on the show. I'm very sorry. I've just never heard or seen it. So once again, I'm putting it on never watched. I'm sorry. The Fairly Odd Parents is by far one of my favorite cartoons, but there's not that much I remember about it. I mean, I haven't seen the series in a long time, so there's kind of some episodes I've forgotten. So, but hey, I still love the series. It's one of my favorite cartoons, but there's some things I've forgotten. You guys understand? Does that make sense? So I'm gonna put it on the great tier. Like The Fairly Odd Parents, I remember watching this as a kid, but as I've gotten older, there's some episodes I've forgotten. There was a lot of things I've forgotten about this. I gotta rewatch the series again, but what I remembered from it as a kid, it was actually kind of an enjoyable show. But since I've seen it in a while, I can't be all that for sure. So for now, I'm just gonna put it on the alright tier. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it on the alright tier. I'm sorry. Next to SpongeBob. What the heck is a chalk zone? Jimmy Neutron is hands down one of the greatest shows ever made. Like, the inventions in that show just satisfied me so much. I really wanted to use them as a kid. They were just so fun. The characters were just so cool. I think I mostly enjoyed this show as a kid because of the creative plots that they made, and every plot was just so interesting to watch. So this is definitely going on the amazing tier for me. Yo, I love All Grown Up. All Grown Up was one of my favorite shows growing up. I really loved the Rugrats All Grown Up, bro. Like, that show was such a masterpiece. Like, it's so relatable too. Watching it now, it definitely holds up today. I'll one day make a video about the Rugrats or All Grown Up, or like a whole retrospective on that series, because I really want to talk about Rugrats or All Grown Up. So I'm gonna put it on the great tier because it's honestly just a great show. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I know this is an OG Nick show. I've heard of My Life as a Teenage Robot, but I've just never seen the show, guys. I'm sorry. It must have been a good show. It must have been one of the best animated shows of all time, but I've just never seen it before. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I know, Doug. I saw a rerun on Nickelodeon, and it was honestly pretty good. I don't know which episode it was, because obviously it was a rerun. I don't really know that much about it, but, it was pretty alright. It was pretty good. So, yeah, like I said, I don't know that much about it, but it was alright, so I'm gonna put it on the alright tier. I know, I guess this is, like, one of the greatest Nickelodeon animated series of all time. Quando Dingo, is that you?
What's up, guys?
Sorry, what was I saying? I know, this is considered one of Nickelodeon's greatest animated series ever, but this is just my opinion at the end of the day, so I'm just gonna put it on the alright tier. I'm sorry. Guys, come on, this is Danny Phantom we're talking about. This is one of the greatest cartoons ever made. Like, bro, to the animation, to the plot, to the characters, I love Danny Phantom. He was one of my idols, bro. He was one of my childhood idols. I love Danny Phantom so much. Whoever does not enjoy Danny Phantom, what are you on, my guy? This is one of the greatest cartoons of all time. Call me weird, call me insane, but this is just one of the most outstanding, imaginative, creative series I've ever watched. Ever, because it's so good. I mean, I know I said that about like a lot of cartoons, but it's just so good. Now, I know Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of the most greatest shows of all time. Now, my siblings were binge watching it, but I chose not to, which I regret doing. I came in on book 3, which was fire, and what I watched from it, it was actually pretty great. I loved it. I wish I would have watched book 1 and 2 with them, but for now, what? Guys, I'm sorry. If I saw the full series, I would have put it on Masterpiece, but I only saw book 3, so far, what I've seen from it, I've got to put it on Great. If I saw the full thing, then I would put it on Masterpiece. Do you guys get it? Bro, what is this? Bro, what? Okay. I love Back in the Barnyard. It was like one of my favorite childhood shows. Like, you know, I watched it with my siblings, but rewatching it now, there's some moments where I thought it was boring, but hey, it's a childhood classic, so honestly, I would put it on alright. Mighty B was trash! This show was not funny, it wasn't interesting, there's nothing great or funny about this. This was just the most boringest show I've ever watched. I can't believe I found this enjoyable as a kid. Like, is she supposed to be giving out Girl Scout cookies? Like, what's the premise? So this show's a whole boo. What kind of trash animation is that? I remember watching The Penguins of Madagascar when I was younger. It's one of the most funniest shows I've ever watched, but rewatching it now, like I keep saying, it kind of got a little boring, but you know, like, I remember watching a few episodes here and there, but there's kind of not that much stuff I remember from it at the same time, so yeah, it was a pretty alright show. Oh yeah, there's also that one... Oh my God! I love Rugrats so much. It's one of my favorite childhood shows of all time. I know I keep saying that, but geez, bro, I love this show so much. Like, the creative adventures these babies would go on. I watched every single movie. I watched random episodes from each season, you know, because of freaking reruns, and they were just so great, imaginative, and fun. I want to be a little kid again. At some points, it would feel kind of realistic, but I keep forgetting that they're freaking toddlers. But I love Rugrats, though. They taught us great lessons and to just be adventurous. But they are ugly, though. I'm not gonna... So y'all already know where I'm gonna put this. Femboy and Chum Chum was trash, but in that good kind of way. Like, there's like, I have a special place for stuff that are trash, but like they also stay like really heavily on me, like to the point where it's good, but it's also bad at the same time. Does that make sense? So honestly, I'm just gonna put out boring, because it was kind of a boring series. An entertaining one, but a stupid, boring, trash one. Does that make sense? Like, it's kind of, yeah, okay. That also goes for Planet Sheen. I mean, it's stupid and lame and boring, but I also kind of enjoyed it as well. Again, does that make sense? I remember Tough Puppy. It was one of the funniest cartoons I've ever watched. I really enjoyed the spy stuff. The action was phenomenal. Like looking back, the action was actually not so bad. And overall, the plots, the characters, everything was just so interesting to follow through its 3-season run. So yeah, this is going on alright. I mean, it's really good, but at the same time, it's not that high for me, but I would put it on alright. Wings Club, man, I'm gonna be real. I hated this show so much, but like, those girls were really hot, bro. I had a crush on every single one of them. Every time my older sister put that show on, bro, I would simp my...
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
They were so beautiful. My favorite one was the mixed one, or the Latina one. I don't know what race she was, but the main point is that she's hot. But just because they're beautiful, it doesn't change my opinion that this TV series is trash. Like, I don't get it. What's so great about this series? What's so fun about this series? They're just girls who turn into stupid flying fairies. Like, what's so great about this series? Please tell me, God. I mean, I would understand why girls love this so much. I mean, I grew up with 2 sisters, for crying out loud. But this show never interested me or never, like, fascinated my imagination as a kid. This show was just boring and lame and stupid and girly. But I'm just done talking about this crap, so you know where I'm gonna put this on. Trash. I remember watching Kung Fu Panda Legends of Awesomeness. I remember that one theme song, like that dun 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 dun, or some stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I kind of remember some episodes, but I mostly remember the show's theme song, which I really enjoyed. But honestly, I thought the show was boring as a kid, but I did enjoy the theme song. That theme song was low-key good, but the show overall was just kind of boring. I'm gonna be real, the animation looks terrible. Like, it looks buck wild bad. Like very, like, it's just not good. The animation really brought me down. I mean, like, was this like a continuation series of the movies? Like, was it like connected in a way? Because I think that's mostly why I kind of didn't enjoy this show. So honestly, it's very boring. I kind of prefer Avatar more than The Legends of Korra, but The Legends of Korra was a pretty decent series. I mean, I watched a little bit of it. To be more specific, I saw a little bit of season 1, but you know, I saw a recap on YouTube, and you know, the series is just like kind of dull, but it's kind of enjoyable at the same time. Does that make sense? I mean, I still prefer Avatar, but like The Legends of Korra was a pretty alright series, and you know, watchable, binge watchable, as you can say. So naturally, I'm gonna put this on alright. Now I know this would surprise some Avatar fans, and now don't come press me. I haven't seen the whole series, so for now I'm just gonna put it on alright from how much I've seen from it. Robot and Monster. It was a pretty decent series. I'm not sure many people remember this. If you do, then you might have a good memory and we're friends for life. There are some episodes that would bore me to death. There are some moments that would make me laugh. It's actually kind of an underrated series, to be honest. It only got one season, which kind of, or I think it only got one season. But if there's one thing I'll give this show credit for, it's the world building that they did. Like, they creatively created a world where robots and monsters live together. That's actually kind of interesting. But overall, a very mediocre series. So I would honestly put this on alright, because it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't good either. Guys, I'm telling you, this series is something very special to me. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2012 version. In my opinion, don't get mad at me. In my opinion, the 2012 series is the best one. To the animation, to the characters, to the dialogue, to the performances, the vocal performances. I mean, the series had a nice blend of drama and comedy, and they perfectly captured that. That's why I love this series so much. And the series got even better later on. Like, they literally went into space. If that's not cool enough for you, then I don't know what is, because that is just amazing. But you guys get what I'm trying to say. This series is just fantastic. It's a masterpiece made from God. It's going on masterpiece. Yeah, I don't know what that is. No, don't get me wrong. The show's stupid, but like, you know, it's my childhood. You know, I grew up on this show. It's stupid, but I kind of enjoyed it. This show is basically Nickelodeon's regular show, but much weirder. Yeah, Nickelodeon. I didn't forget that one episode. Why? Good lord! Why was this shown on child's television? What is this? I sadly had to see that as a child. The show was weird, but it was a very proper series, to be honest. So I think we can all agree that I have to put this on alright. This show, this show was just something when I was younger, bro. This show was so insane, but it was comedic at the same time. The jokes kind of hold up till today. Kind of. I mean, I say that because they weren't really child friendly. But come on, this is like one of the earliest Nick shows, and I just love it so much. It's really funny. Like, the comedy, like I said, kind of holds up, but at the same time, it's not child friendly. I hate this show so much. I totally forgot about this show, but this tier list made me remember it again, brought me back to those terrible memories of watching this trash show. I don't know what kind of Gen Z cartoon is this, but this is really not, it really wasn't for me, and it really wasn't for me when I was younger. Like, nobody liked this show. I wasn't the only one. Everybody hated this show. Why was this even made? This show literally copied Fishhook's background style. Horrible Nicktoon. This is one of the worst shows I have ever seen in my life. The animation sucks, the lessons the show teaches are bad, and there's so much violence and gore to the point where it will make your 4-year-old want to puke. Shame on you, Nickelodeon, for even making this. The show's cancer. How do people like this crap? I will never know. So yeah, this show's a whole L. I loved Harvey Beaks when I was younger. Like, this was such a wholesome cartoon. Like, I felt like it didn't get enough praise like it deserved to. Like, it was such an underrated series. When I was younger, I used to legit go outside all the time and hang out with my friends. So I'm gonna put this on the great tier. Haven't heard of it. This show looks like it would last one season. I love The Loud House. It's one of the greatest animated series of all time. When I first saw this, I felt bad for Lincoln because he had 10 sisters. How is someone gonna survive? They're freaking annoying, but you know, looking back on it, it's actually not as bad because I was being over dramatic. Like, everyone's family is messy. Like, they're not the perfect family, but despite being messy all the time, despite siblings calling each other names, our family having problems, there's nice to know that there's a little bit of love in that family. So that is going on the amazing tier. Man, what kind of trash is that? Bro, what? For the love of God! I'm gonna be honest, and it's not just me. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I wasn't the only one. I mean, I got really annoyed by the comedy than the action. I mean, sure, there's some scenes I laughed at, but just the overall tone was not rolling for me, especially in the first season. But eventually, it got better later on, and the movie was a masterpiece. So I'm gonna put it on the great tier. Now, it wasn't all right for me, but at the same time, it kind of was. But I think it would be more appropriate if I put it on the great tier, because it was bad in the first season, but it got better on, you know, later on throughout the series in that movie, though. So yeah, I'm gonna put it on the great tier. What kind of show is this? Rocco's Martin Life was a very cartoony cartoon. I mean, the plots were very something. The characters are wacky. They're fun. But, you know, rewatching it now, I kind of didn't get that same energy, but at the same time I kind of did. Does that make sense? It's like a 50-50. I'm a very weird person when it comes to nostalgia, you know, like there's some times where I just feel it, and there's some moments where I'm just like, what the heck, this is not the same way I felt. And Rocco's Modern Life was kind of like that, but at the same time it wasn't. So it was an alright series, guys. I'm sorry. I have a weird placement for real monsters. Like, it was kind of boring, but at the same time it's kind of entertaining. So it's kind of like a weird spot in the middle. So to be honest, I'm honestly just gonna put this at alright, because, you know, it's kind of funny, but at the same time it's kind of boring. Like, the characters, they're kind of mid. I know, guys, this is an OG Nick show, but this is just my opinion. Bro, what the heck is Kablam? It sounds so stupid. Bro, this show is so incredible. Like Harvey Beaks, when I was young, I just used to love to play outside. I hanged out with the neighborhood kids, I just had a fun time. Play outside. The series is very odd and interesting, but despite all that, it was such a great cartoon. It felt very realistic. Helga was a stupid bratty child, but, you know, I can understand why she acted the way she acted, because her parents are terrible. And so I'm gonna put this on amazing. I know if you guys see me put this on alright, I didn't mean to put it there. This show is amazing. So pretend this is on the amazing tier. And to honestly wrap this up very, very quickly, I have never seen every single one of these shows on this list right here, guys. I don't know. And some of these shows are the newer shows on Nicktoons. Like, I don't be watching them. And that is it. Oh my god, bro, we just did that whole tier list, bro. I cannot believe it, bro. I mean, I did the AJR tier list. That was long, but this was pretty longer. Tell me in the comments if you guys agree. Tell me if you guys enjoyed the video. Just tell me in the comments right now, please. If any one of you are new, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to spread that love, spread that positivity, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Nigga.